Jamie Sullivan injured, new truck from Australia. All of this and more is coming up on this week's edition of Monster Truck News. Starting off with the results for Monster Jam in Reno, Nevada. Show 1 would see Jeff Souza in Velociraptor win racing, Thunder Royce with Tony Oaks win skills, freestyle, and the overall, with Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger winning donuts. Show 2 would see Brandon Vincent win racing and the overall, Tony Oaks win skills, Ashley Sanford and Megalodon win donuts, and Manuel Solorio in El Toro Loco win freestyle. Show 3 would see Brandon Vincent win racing and the overall, with Tony Oaks winning skills and freestyle, and Jurassic Attack with Dalton Widener win donuts. Show 4 would see Brandon Vincent win racing, donuts, and the overall, with Tony Oaks winning skills and freestyle. For Show 5 of Reno, we would see Brandon Vincent win racing, skills, freestyle, and the overall, with Manuel Solorio winning donuts. Sticking with Arena Series West, for results in Sacramento, California, Dalton Widener would win racing and the overall, Brandon Vincent would win skills and freestyle, and Ashley Sanford would win the overall. For Show 2, it was the exact same results except Ashley Sanford won donuts and freestyle, and Brandon Vincent won the overall. At Show 3, the results were almost exactly the same as Show 1, with Manuel Solorio winning donuts this time, and Brandon Vincent winning the overall. At Show 4, Dalton Widener won his 4th straight racing win of the weekend, Brandon Vincent won his 4th straight skills win of the weekend, Tony Oaks won donuts and freestyle, and Brandon Vincent won the overall. Brandon Vincent continues to run away with the series championship, as 98 points is the difference between himself and Tony Oaks. For Monster Jam in Baltimore, Maryland, Show 1 would see Cody Saucier in Dragon win time racing and freestyle, as well as snagging the overall event championship, while Armando Castro in El Toro Loco would win skills, and Angelina Knock in Megalodon would win her first competition in donuts. Show 2 would see Armando Castro win racing, skills, freestyle, and the overall, while Zach Garner in Wildside won donuts. Show 3 would see Cody Saucier win racing, Kristen Anderson win skills, freestyle, and the overall, with Zach Garner winning donuts once again. Show 4 would see Cody Saucier win racing and freestyle, and Armando Castro would win skills, donuts, and the overall. Sticking with Arena Championship Series East, for results in Washington, D.C., Kristen Anderson would win all competitions except for skills, though she did take home the overall event championship. The winner of skills for Show 1 would actually go to Zach Garner in Wildside. At Show 2, Cody Saucier would win time racing, and Armando Castro would win all other competitions as well as the overall. For Show 3, Kristen Anderson would win time racing, Zach Garner would win freestyle, and Armando Castro would win skills and the overall. Points are still very, very close, as Armando Castro is only 3 points ahead of Kristen Anderson, with Cody Saucier only being 34 points behind. For Monster Jam in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Show 1 would see Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian win racing, and Gravedigger with Weston Anderson sweeping the rest of the competitions as well as getting the overall. Show 2 would see Weston Anderson win racing, Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco would win skills, and Jamie Sullivan would win donuts, freestyle, and take home the overall. Show 3 would see Fernando Martinez win racing, Weston Anderson would win skills and the overall, Jamie Sullivan would win donuts, and freestyle would go to Brianna Mahan in Scooby-Doo. Show 4 would see Jamie Sullivan win racing, and Weston Anderson sweep the rest of the competitions, as well as winning the overall event championship. Sticking with Arena Championship Series Central, for results in Newark, New Jersey, Show 1 would see Weston Anderson win all but one of the competitions, as well as the overall, with Sky Willies being won by Brandon Talachka. Show 2 would see the exact same result, except this time, Fernando Martinez would win Sky Wheelies. At show 3, Brianna Mahan would win racing and freestyle, Michaela Talachka would win sky wheelies, and Weston Anderson would win skills on the overall. And for show 4, Weston Anderson completely sweep all competitions. Is it a surprise that Weston Anderson is still leading points? No? Well, let's move on then. For Monster Jam in Anaheim, California, show 1 would see Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger win racing and the skills challenge, and Gravedigger with Adam Anderson would win freestyle and take home the overall. Show 2 would see Camden Murphy in the Bakugan Dragonoid win racing and the overall, while Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger would win skills, and Thunder Rose with Colt Stevens would win freestyle. Kayla Blood also deserves an extra special mention for absolutely murdering the poor JCB Dirt Squad. For Monster Jam in St. Louis, Missouri, show 1 would see Tyler Menninger win racing, skills, and his 5th straight overall win of the season, while Tom Benson MXD would pull off this outrageous save for his 3rd straight freestyle win at the first show of a given weekend. At show 2, Tristan England would win racing and snap Menninger's overall event championship streak by winning the overall, while Tyler Menninger won skills once again, and Bryce Kenny would win freestyle with a consecutive backflip. These shows absolutely cooked, with a total of 4 consecutive backflips being performed in just these 2 shows alone, as well as many other fantastic moments. Points are still pretty close, as the top 6 battle quite closely in points, while the rest of the field try to earn more in Indianapolis this upcoming weekend. Moving on from Monster Jam results, for the toughest Monster Truck Tour in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, show 1 would see the return of Jack Brown and Dozer, who would take home the wheelies win. Darren Basil and Blockhead would take the racing, freestyle, and overall event wins. Show 2 would see Jerry Beck in Dirt Crew win freestyle, with Jack Brown taking wheelies, racing, and the overall. For No Limits Monster Trucks in Gonzales, Louisiana, Brandon Swick in Geronimo would win wheelies, and Sean Duhon in King Crunch would win racing and freestyle. For the All-Star Monster Truck Tour in Davie, Florida, show 1 would see Montana Robbins in Playing Crazy win Best Trick, Uproar with John Zimmer Sr. would win racing, John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity would win freestyle, and Montana Robbins would catch the overall event championship. Show 2 would see the same results, except that John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar would win the overall event championship. For MAP Motorsports in Springfield, Illinois, show 1 would see Dirt Crew with Jerry Beck win Best Trick, Jack Brown and Dozer win racing, and Tim Jones and Twisted Addiction win freestyle. Show 2 results are currently unknown. For the All-Star Monster Truck Tour in Pensacola, Florida, show 1 would see John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity win Best Trick, and Uproar with John Zimmer Sr. take home the racing, freestyle, and overall event championship. Show 2 would see Triton Robbins in Crazy Train win Best Trick, John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar win racing, and the overall, and Terminal Velocity with Zimmer Jr. win freestyle. This past weekend in Newark, New Jersey, Jamie Sullivan would attempt a mini flip, but unfortunately got 0 rotation and landed straight on the cage. Some may not have thought much about this, but everyone is now doing the opposite after Jamie Sullivan's latest Instagram post. Jamie would write, "Hey fans, unfortunately I am not able to drive this weekend in Belmont Park and next week in Pittsburgh. I will be cheering for Joe Dennis, who will be driving Monster Mutt Dalmatian." This, along with some of the comments that she liked, suggests that Sullivan is out with an injury and will miss out on the previously mentioned weekends in Belmont Park and Pittsburgh. This now means that former rookie driver Joe Dennis will return to the sport after his brief stint in Spokane and Nampa last year. Dennis did a great job in his first stint with Monster Jam last year, even picking up his very first win in Monster Jam in the Skywheeling competition. We would like to wish Jamie Sullivan a speedy recovery and also wish Joe Dennis good luck this upcoming weekend and the following weekend in Pittsburgh as he returns to the sport to drive Monster Mutt Dalmatian. 2 weekends ago, the Australian fans would see the surprise debut of an all-new truck. Blazed is the name of this new identity, and debuted at the Monster Truck Rumble event in Adelaide. The truck appears to be using the same body as the Australian Medusa truck, or at the very least, the same mold as Buddy, as seen by its eyebrow molds in the top of the roof. The truck seems to be based around the popular children's TV show Blaze and the Monster Machines. Obviously, the name and the similar design helps us draw parallels, but besides that, not much else is known about the truck. The truck only did a few moonwalks before pulling off into the back. It will be interesting to see if we find out more about this truck, and when we do, we will report on it in a future news video. The Monterrey, Mexico show has been a staple monster truck event in Mexico for the past 10 to 15 years. A show has not been run in Monterrey, Mexico since 2019 due to the pandemic. Now, however, they are back with a show in 2024. It doesn't look like they are returning to the stadium that they are known to run this show in, rather instead opting to hold it at Park 212 Carretera Nacional. This seems to be some sort of fairgrounds, and will take place on April 27th and 28th of this year, and will feature King Crunch, the all-new Kicking and Screaming, Outlaw Wrangler, the return of Heartbreaker, and 2 new trucks that we haven't seen before, those being Nitro Toro and Perro Loco. I have absolutely no idea what Nitro Toro or Perro Loco is supposed to be, so I guess we will find out soon enough. It is great to see these independents are heading back to Mexico, and we hope to see a fruitful return for these shows in Mexico. Last weekend, we saw a few new trucks debut, including some older names. In Salisbury, Maryland, Temporarily Insane is back, this time now running on the former Cold-Blooded chassis. Tyler Leicht, creator of the Temporarily Insane truck, has sold his operation to J.R. Seasock, with the name being sold to Donnie Herbert. With Donnie now owning the name, the chassis is now in possession of J.R. Seasock, who will debut a new plain hooky truck this spring on the old Temporarily Insane chassis. Speaking of old identities coming back, Hot Wheels Racing #1 has returned in Lyon, France, for the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live International Tour. It is running on Crusher, the French truck driven by Alexandre Butor. And according to our sources, it seems to only be competing this weekend due to 5 Alarm being broke, but it will be back this Sunday, and this will also be the first time Hot Wheels is running 8 trucks on a show. Kicking and Screaming is a new truck from Thomas Kimmons. It was previously Thrillbilly, but this new identity looks way better than the old Thrillbilly design, even if this is a little basic. It is once again time for the Monster Truck 5 of the Week, where we get to showcase a multitude of shows and tours that are touring the globe. All 5 Monster Jam tours will be running this weekend, with Arena Championship Series West heading to Fargo, North Dakota, in the Fargo Dome for 2 shows this Saturday, while Arena Championship Series Central continues their point series in Belmont Park, New York for 4 shows this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the UBS Arena. Arena Championship Series East will head to Providence, Rhode Island in the Amica Mutual Pavilion for 4 shows this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, while Stadium Championship Series West returns to Anaheim, California at Angel Stadium for their second set of shows this Saturday and Sunday. Stadium Championship Series East will visit Indianapolis, Indiana at Lucas Oil Stadium for 2 shows this Saturday and Sunday. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live will be running 3 tours this weekend. The International Tour heads to Paris, France for 2 shows in the L'Arc Defense Arena this Saturday and Sunday, while Hot Wheels USA Tour #2 heads to Peoria, Illinois for 3 shows in the Peoria Civic Center this Saturday and Sunday. Hot Wheels USA Tour #1 heads to Charleston, West Virginia for 4 shows in the Charleston Coliseum this Saturday and Sunday. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour heads to Augusta, Georgia this Saturday for 2 shows. The event will feature Barefoot with Logan Tweedy, Carolina Crusher with Cameron Tweedy, Rampage with Tommy Valerone, Shredder with Zane Ratu, and Stinger Unleashed with CJ Ratu. The All-Star Monster Truck Tour will host a non-points earning event in Salt Lake City, Utah. The event will consist of 3 shows over this Friday and Saturday, and will feature Geronimo with Brandon Swick, Monster Patrol with Austin Tweedy, Obsessed with Eric Swanson, Pretty Obsessed with Misha Farris, Rat Attack with Jacob Ladwig, and USA 1 with Rodney Tweedy. The Ram Motorsports Spectacular heads to Winnipeg, Manitoba for 3 shows this Saturday and Sunday. The event will feature Cali Kid with Travis Ybarra, Crude Behavior with Jared Vogel, Identity Theft with Marvin Anderson, Napa Auto Parts with Carson Williams, Rockstar with Bill Payne, Roughneck with Jason Court, and Spitfire with Dallas Glenn Rogers. Monsters of Destruction heads to Madison, Wisconsin for 2 shows this Saturday and Sunday. The event will feature Against the Grain with Brad Shippert, Maximus with Travis Groth, Redneck Rampage with Rod Schmidt, The Veteran with Tyler Groth, and War Wizard with RJ Turner. And finally, the Kicker Monster Truck Nationals heads to Amarillo, Texas for 3 shows this Saturday and Sunday. The event will feature Black Stallion with Mike Vardas, Higher Education with Chris DeHoyes, Jurassic Attack with Tim Hall Jr., Kamikaze with Joe Uri, Overkill Evolution with Mikey Vardas, and Taurus with Steven Thompson. And well, that is all we have for you today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.